finished writing an album, Little World. Little World was all about bearing witness to conflict and to challenge and suffering in the world, and to how people are in relationship and how we view other, and all of the things in between. So after writing an album that was very much dealing with my own heartbreak around the state of the world and looking at the world and people's aggression and violence, I decided that I wanted to write happy songs. So I put myself into a songwriting retreat in February to write happy songs, and that's not quite what came out. So I have a very beautiful life, a very joyful life, and I chose this word for the year, which was joy, and really contemplating my relationship with joy and how we all work with joy in our world. And so that was the intention, was to write about joy. But I went into this retreat, and as these songs started coming out that would begin to be about joy, and they would sort of take this turn and start to be about strife. And then they would kind of turn back to joy, and they'd start to be about strife. And I was sitting with that, trying to figure this out. This is how my songwriting process is. It's not really like, I can't quite do that. I'm going to write about this. It's sort of like you show up and you wait for the song to arrive. You get very quiet, and then it comes. And sometimes it doesn't come, so you try something, and then eventually it comes. And then you have to figure out what you're trying to say and what you're writing about. Because the songs are way more intelligent and wise than I possibly am. They have a mind of their own. So I often have to figure out what it is I'm writing about. So this was just sitting with feeling into strife and joy. What I came to was that these are two extremes in our human psyche that we deal with, or in our human experience, strife and joy. And yet they are in relationship. I feel that underneath both of those extremes is really our tender heart. And when we have a joyful experience, it can even have a tinge of sadness, because we know that it's impermanent. We know that it is fleeting. And same thing goes for strife. Most of us, I think, we tend to, when we are in strife, we tend to think strife is going to happen forever. But if we take a step back, we know that strife too will end, and such is the ebb and flow of our world. And I think right now we're in a time in our world that is filled with incredible strife. And yet we look back on history and we kind of see these moments of strife and joy, and how it's always moving, and it's always in relationship. So that's really what a lot of the new songs, I'll be doing songs from Little World, which really dig into the suffering and the conflict tonight, and then I'll also be sharing several of these new songs that are really working with this dynamic and this relationship. And I want to invite you to share your own voice around strife and joy. So we can, this is my favorite thing about house concerts, is we get some time to socialize and get to know each other. I had some lovely conversations with many of you, and if I didn't talk to you, I'd love to afterwards. And we get to just be a little more human together than we often are able to in traditional venue settings.